Hello, everybody. Welcome to another week of the Howling Hour. Yeah, you know what? I joined the stream, and then Lukas joined, and then he burst out laughing. I don't think there's anything funny about the grabber. You better keep yourself on point.
You gotta show the rest of it.
What? Oh yeah, next week. We got 2 weeks to Halloween yet so far. All right, we got 2 weeks. But let me tell you, your dog.
Yeah, it's a dog in a Daredevil mask. It's a very old meme template.
Boy.
Back in my day.
I love it.
All right, welcome everybody.
Not saying the mask isn't good.
Yeah, Lukas, just to give everybody warning, Lukas is having some internet issues, so he may freeze up throughout the entire stream and pop out and pop back in. I don't know what's going on his side, but we got some things to cover today, and we have some interesting news. We're going to be talking about Mirror Mirror. We're going to do a watch along for that. It's about 13 minutes. That's coming up at 8 o'clock, so you want to stay and hang around for that. That is the short film that Noah, myself, and Marcus all worked on together for the first time. It's not our film. It was from the brainchild of Montavious Parker and was directed by Drew Phillips. And this one, I'm hoping, like none of us. Yeah, Marcus was a producer as well. None of us have seen this film, but filming it, wow! Let me tell you,
Marcus saw it.
No,
you didn't get to go to the premiere.
No, I didn't get to go.
Damn.
So none of us have seen it. Filming it, it was pretty creepy. There were some really, really intense scenes in there. Like I missed out on the one scene because I had to keep everybody far away from the one bedroom scene that we're going to see, where I heard the screaming and everything, and I heard people's reactions afterwards on that scene. So I'm really excited to see that come up.
You really gotta fight. You really gotta fight the instinct to jump in. Like, all right, it's not real. It's just a movie. It's just a set. Can't jump in on it. It was pretty intense.
All right. Yeah. I'm excited to see that. So we'll get to that at 8 o'clock. We want to give some people a chance to jump on and join us. So, like, we have Mr. Tom Roach with us. Hey! Red Duke Games is with us. So, welcome. Go over and check out their stuff. They got a lot of great games, and they are our partners in the stream game. So, definitely what you want to do is head over to. Yes, it is. Yeah. Head over to GameFound, where you can go ahead and sign up to follow us on the stream, The Player's Cut. So hopefully we'll have some announcements coming out soon as to price and release dates and stuff like that. So stay tuned to that. But go ahead and head over there so that you can follow us and stay up to date on all of those things. Also with us is King Matthew. Welcome, King Matthew. Let's see. Yeah.
And the wife.
Well, he can't hang with us much. Newborn baby, so he won't be with us the whole stream. But hopefully, he'll be able to see the short film, and we'll post the link later on today in the chat once we're talking. Then we got Richard with us. I thought Alien Earth to be boring. By the way of Happy Columbus Day. Oh yeah, Happy Columbus Day. Yep, and then Indigenous Day. Happy Indigenous Day as well.
I didn't even realize
Indigenous Day. I don't celebrate Columbus.
Yeah. So we'll talk about Alien Earth a little bit later today, and a little bit later tonight. But we're going to jump into our first topic that we're going to talk about before we talk about Mirror Mirror, and then before we talk about In Search of Darkness. But our first topic today is going to be Creep 3 was greenlit. Man, I'm excited for that. So if you are all not familiar with Creep is a found footage serial killer film starring Mark Duplass. This is one of those found footage. Well, you know what? Not only is it found footage, but this is one of those films that you're watching that you feel dirty while you're watching the film and afterwards, because Mark Duplass, some people may remember him from The League and from, I think, As Above or Below. I think he was in that one. He's in another horror film too. But
if I'm thinking of the same person you're thinking of, he's also currently in The Morning Show with Jennifer Aniston.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, this guy
very good in that show too. He's good in that show.
Phenomenal actor, huge range, comedy, horror, drama. This guy can hit it all. And the first thing is, like, this is one of those guys that's out there that has gone through some struggles over the last several years with mental health, and he's shared those stories personally with reporters and stuff like that to help other people get help as well. And he's explained how he's gone about doing things. So I always going to support somebody that's looking out for other people when it comes to that. But Creep 2, fantastic. Shudder's got the Creep tapes going on as well. This is an excellent franchise, and they're looking to raise stakes with the third one. So, no, I'm not too sure if you've seen any of them yet. So we'll come to you in a second. But Marcus, what do you guys?
Oh, I love the Creep movies. Like you said, they just make you feel uneasy. And most comedian actors like him and like Robin Williams and some other people, they could turn on that switch to play dark characters like that so easy. He was great. He was awesome.
Yeah, this is one of those stories too where it's like, stuff like this is happening in real life. Like the way it's portrayed, the way it's delivered, this type of stuff is actually happening out there. So definitely one of the best found footage films of all time, in my opinion. And now, Noah, you said you've heard of it?
I've heard of it. I think I've seen like one scene from the film, and that's it. But it's like a scene where he says he has like a prop axe that he's gonna be swinging at him, and he's convincing him that it's not a real axe. It's a very funny scene, I will say. I took much enjoyment from seeing that. But no, I have not seen these movies yet. But I am now excited to, because I've also seen him in the morning show. This is why, because I'm watching it with Ryan, and it's pretty good. So I'll have to watch.
He wrote it too, right?
Yep. So are these independent films?
Yeah, he wrote it.
Yes, they're independent films. He actually introduces. Go ahead, repeat that.
Does he work on the show on Shudder?
I don't know.
I think he's a producer on it. And I think he may have directed an episode or two.
Okay.
Now, he's introduced a cool-looking slasher that comes out every so often. It's an alternate personality in there. And you may have heard of Peach Fuzz, but if you've seen the shaggy werewolf mask that they had in some of the Halloween stores, it's essentially that. And it's a fantastic character that's introduced. We got CG with us. Hey, CG. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Alrighty, so that is Creep 3. So Creep 3, pretty cool. I'm excited for that. Before we jump into our next topic, let's talk about some things that are coming up. So next week, what we're going to be doing is we're going to attempt to fix the Halloween franchise. So me and the boys, essentially what we're going to do is we're going to be talking about the franchise, and we're going to break it up this way. So we're going to take apart the timeline, see which films stay in canon and which ones we toss out. Do we reboot? Do we have a soft reboot? Do we continue the story? Do we run it into a TV franchise? We're going to talk about the core lore, what mythology must remain, the killer's origin, the rules of the monster, cursed objects, etc. The character roster. So which survivors, villains, icons are going to make it in our cut for the remake show. Then we're going to talk about the evolution of Michael Myers and how we want to kind of reinvent him or pass the torch. And also, we're going to be doing some of, what are we going to set up for sequels and spin-offs? And is there any potential for crossovers or anthologies and stuff like that? So that's going to be next week. Then after that, as we round up the end of October, we're coming back to that awful ranker list, and we're looking at the scariest horror characters that you guys have voted on, which is still up on Facebook. You can still get those in, and then we're going to go ahead and rank them. Like, how the hell did the ranker list leave Zelda off, right? Like, Zelda back in the day is one of the scariest, most terrifying characters in a film, and she didn't make the top 25 or 50 that we looked at. That's just blasphemy.
Well, that's because 2 slots were taken by duplicates.
Right?
Yeah.
It was 4 slots that were taken by duplicates. Because we had in Samara and then we had in her alter ego from Japan. Yep. And then we had Regan in there, and then we had Palooza, whatever the hell his name's. Yeah,
Pazuzu, yeah.
So we had 4 spots with duplicate characters in there, which is nuts. So
they let Kane off of there too.
Yeah, they did. They left a lot
Victor
of cool characters off of there. Reverend Kane.
Crowley
Hey,
was off.
Hi.
Crowley
Am
was
I
off.
He's
am I
back.
better now?
I can't remember the movie again, but the hillbillies from that. What the hell was the movie?
Wrong turn. Yeah, wrong turn.
They're terrifying. Like my first reaction to the movie was, I would think what's happened to me, because not only are you being murdered, you're then you're being taken and discarded of in such a way.
Another key character they left off of there, the tall man from the Phantasm series. Guy was fucking terrifying in the 80s and 90s. Very terrifying. Like, how is he not on the list? Like, I signed up for a ranker account. I'm gonna start putting up my own list and see what traction we can get. So I'm waiting for them to greenlight those again, so we can start.
Oh, so what we're learning is that anybody can put these lists out.
Yeah,
anybody can do these stupid things.
Yep.
I would even add the witch from Pumpkinhead.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
It's creepy as hell.
Yeah. All right, we got Mr. Scott Walker joining us as well. Hey, Scott, welcome. How's Australia's weather? I heard you guys are going through your spring or summer right now. I wish we were that lucky over here.
Hey, it's Halloween. It's spooky season over here. It's fall. I'm enjoying the leaves and the weather.
Yeah, look, 20 degrees at 5 a.m. is not fun for me. No, not at all. All right, so let's talk about what else we got coming to. So we have our unaliving moments for the first 2 weekends of November, because there's no way we're going to be blowing through that in the first show of the November. Then in December, we're going to have our shots and slashers ranking of holiday horror films. And then, yes, we did not forget about the watch along. We are working on this. We have a Patreon that's going to go along with it too. The Patreon for this one will be free. We have the Discord server. We're going to be running some test runnings of it to make sure that it's working correctly. And then we'll be good to announce the date for that one. So,
gotta say, I appreciate you choosing the worst possible pictures you could find of us. I don't even know how you got.
Send me more pictures. Send me more pictures. Send me more pictures. Let's see.
You have other pictures of me. You have to have other pictures of me.
All right. So Scott Walker asked us, can we look up the Scooby-Doo episode and the ghost of Bad Humor Man? It's about the ice cream phantoms, and that's where I got the idea of different colored ghost face robes. Yes, I will look that up. Scott, shoot me a message over on Facebook, and then this way I can remember to look it up. I don't want to look it up just yet on the channel because I don't want things freezing up the way we have it set up for the short today. All right, so we're gonna run the short at 8 o'clock. So in 15 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna premiere that. We're gonna talk through it. First time that we're seeing Mirror. I'm hoping that my Easter egg made it in there, so we'll see about that. But let's talk about some other news. Predator Badlands, PG-13.
They want to put butts in seats, so that's the main reason for them to do it. But they'll come out with a unrated cut on Hulu. So.
All right, Lucas.
I hope so. All
right.
Yeah, I mean, this movie still looks good to me. I don't think it's going to be an issue if it's PG-13 or not. I think this is going to be a fun little like buddy cop movie that happens to have a predator in it. And honestly, I'm kind of here for it. I like Elle Fanning. She's cool. And the character that she's playing in this movie seems interesting enough. So it's one of those things where I'm not exactly turned off from PG-13, especially since wasn't it like the first Venom movie, the only one that I actually kind of like.
Oh my god!
That came out at PG-13, and I still enjoyed that pretty much.
Wait, what did you just say?
Venom.
The first Venom movie I enjoyed. That was about it.
It was all right.
The trilogy. Yeah, the first Venom movie.
It was the best out of the three.
It's not
great.
The best out of the three. I'm never gonna say it's a great, fantastic movie.
No,
but it's fine. And it was everybody was like, "Oh, I want it to be rated R. I want Venom to do this, that," and he still did a pretty decent amount of shit. And we just didn't see the detail of it. We got more of the implication. Honestly, I think for the most part that worked better for that first film.
Well, remember the first Alien versus Predator was PG-13.
True.
All right. I'm going to add my comments to this in a second. It's probably going to give some people some hope. No, what's your thoughts on it being PG-13?
I think I watched the unrated version of Alien versus Predator, so I don't know what the PG-13 version looks like.
Predator Badlands. We ain't talking
But
about
I mean,
ABC.
so like with that, but like at that point, I'm not going to see it. And I didn't plan on seeing it anyway. So if there's an unrated version, I'm not going to go see it because there have been 4 Predator movies that have come out in a short span of time, like in the 2010s and 2020s, and only one of them I liked, and it didn't even go to theaters. So I don't have to go to theaters to watch the Predator movies I like because I own them or they're on Hulu.
All right.
So, AMC, then Prey's coming to theaters near you.
All right. So let's take a look here. Dragon Ball Radiant. I got your other question in there, Mark, so we'll come back to that a little bit later. But yeah, I'm not going to see PG-13 Predator movie. I'll just watch it online. We're not going to tell you where you can watch it online, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. PG-13 means nothing. Talking about Venom and Carnage killed all those prisoners in the jail. It's showing the action, or not a lot of good directors can make things very graphic and still keep it PG-13. So, all right, true. I'm here. I'm going to make it a lot better for both of you, all 3 of you, or anybody that's debating seeing this because it's PG-13. Here's why it's PG-13. There's no blood. There's synthetic white blood.
Yeah.
There's predator green blood. There's no red blood in this because we don't have humans in this. So this is going to be a violent movie, but since they're getting rid of human blood and human carnage.
Well, we have Space Marines or whoever works for the corporation, but I think they're only in one scene.
So. I have a feeling they're just going to get eaten by a big monster. I have a feeling that's exactly how it's going to go. And it's just going to be a quick...
You know what? That's how Peter Jackson got away with it in King Kong 2003. He had that one guy get eaten by those slug thingies, but there was no blood. It was brutal though. But it was brutal.
Well, look at Good Boy. Good Boy was awesome, and it was PG-13.
I haven't seen it yet. Haven't seen it yet. Fuck. I'm scared.
So, and also, since we don't have any human blood, also we got to remember this guy made Prey, and Prey is a phenomenal.
Prey is great.
Prey is fantastic. Now, while that was rated R, I have faith in this director where he is showing enough respect to the franchise that it's going to be fantastic.
Do you think they're connected?
And I think it's more so, like, I feel like it's more so, again, putting butts in seats because of the fact that even though Prey was a good film, it didn't do well in the box office. It didn't do well until it came to Hulu.
Dude, it didn't go to the theaters. It premiered on Hulu at the tail end of the pandemic.
That's right. And then they released it in theaters.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
Never released in theaters either. AMC only then? Because I know it's coming back to theaters.
Yeah, it was AMC.
So it must be nice to have an AMC.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely must be nice to have AMC because they announced that they're releasing Prey and Predator Badlands as a 2-pack movie that you can see in theaters. So we're thinking about it.
AMC before I saw it.
Such What do I got to do to get an AMC down here, man?
Yeah, we got 3 movie theaters around here.
They just blew up a mountain over here. They can't put a theater on it? Never mind. There's H&M Baylor Ground over there. I ain't messing with that.
All right, so we got Nightmare Films that's joining us. How's it going?
Hello.
It's going good. It's going good. All right, let's see here. Yeah, so CG, we're the same. Like we all got gypped. Marcus got it because he had an AMC, and we didn't get it because we don't have AMCs. It's horrible.
Must be nice.
Yep. So it'd be nice to see that.
2 of them out here in Vegas. So.
Yep. All right, so we're at our 10-minute mark. So anybody that is just tuning in, what's going to happen in 10 minutes is we're going to have a watch-along of the film Mirror, Mirror that Noah, myself, and Marcus worked on in November. It was a fantastic weekend. This is from the brainchild of Montavious Parker. It was directed by Drew Phillips. Marcus is one of the producers on it. I was a production assistant, and I was also a driver. Noah is a production assistant, but he also had a very special title. No, what was your title?
Assistant to the director.
Yep. So,
if it's in the credits, we'll have to see it's in the credits. I'm hoping it is.
I don't know. Should we?
It'll say director's assistant, probably.
Ooh, nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Let me check.
So it is. So it has been very light on horror news this week. So let's jump over to a question before we jump into things. So we have Dragon Ball Radiant saying, "What are we thinking with the Black Phone 2? His fear of him is keeping him alive, or would that be too easy?" So I'm going to put that first comment back up again. So what are we thinking, Marcus? What's your thoughts on the grabber crossing into Freddy Krueger territory?
That's the one thing I don't like, but I'm
Really?
interested to see how it'll play out. I like the fact that the only supernatural element was his victims in the first one, and that he and the boy had the connection of being able to see those dead children. If I'm sounding funny, everybody, it's my fangs. You know, celebrating Halloween, it's my werewolf fangs. But I don't know. This trailer does not necessarily have me excited for the movie. I mean, I want to see it because I like the first one and I love Ethan the Hawk, but I don't know, this supernatural element to him, I'm not really excited for.
Yeah, I'm hearing that they have two different film styles during this film too. So you have the clean, crisp film that we're used to, and then when they switch over to some of the horror elements, it switches to like a more grainy, almost like a found footage type of feel to it. Some of the reviewers that have seen it at Fantastic Fest or whatever film festival that they went to have come out and they've all said the same thing consistently. If you really like the first film, you're not going to like this one. But if you had some reservations about the first film, you're going to like it. So that's the common reviews that I'm hearing coming out of people that have seen it already. So it's going to be a hit and miss film.
Well, damn, because I love the first film.
I love the first one too. I know Lucas and Noah haven't seen it, but I thought the first one was a fantastic film. It was one of the best movies that came out, I think, in 2022. I do like the nightmare-esque haunting element to it. It just has to be pulled off very smartly in order for it to be done correctly. So I'm hoping to see that done well. And I'm looking forward to seeing our characters return again. So Finn and his sister, who her name escapes me at the moment, they were fantastic in the first film. So it'll be great to see them. But already, I think there's going to be chock full of Easter eggs in there too, because we see him skating on the ice. So that looks like a callback to Stage Fright. So it looks like it's going to be fun.
I mean, I'm excited that now the sister is seems to be like the main character now. Which I'm excited for because I enjoyed her character. She was like the smart one in the first one.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen to her.
Yeah, CG is saying they have a different film for Dreams, and I love the first one. So yeah, but here's the question I'll pose to Lucas and Noah on it, even though they haven't seen it yet. Is this another case where the studio fucked up, and now they're figuring out a way to continue the franchise? Go ahead, Noah.
Awesome.
So, my question is, the first one's based off a book, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And there is no sequel to that book, right?
Nope.
So this is the studio owning the IP and wanting to continue the franchise without having any source material to go based off of, and they didn't know what kind of story to make. And since they did take him out at the spoiler alert, I guess, since they did take him out in the first one, unless there's he didn't actually die and they'll spoil that in this movie, I don't know. Now they're trying to they're trying to recover it so they in some way so they can continue the franchise for more money for them. But the book was good. That's why they made it into a movie. But they don't have any more material to go based off of to make a sequel movie. Because the book was cut and dry.
They could have done a prequel though, because of the fact that they introduced us to the grabbers.
That probably would have made
backstory a little bit. Like they gave us a little bit of his backstory. I think they should have done a prequel of him, and how he was haunted and stuff as a kid, and how he became the grabber. I think, had they not given his backstory in the movie, then I would have been like, no, I wouldn't want to know anything about him. But because they told us. I was I would have loved to have seen it. Yeah, I would have loved to have seen it. So.
Yep.
That would have made more sense, but they didn't do that, alas.
Yeah, and you know what? It's we haven't seen this done in a while, right? So we have Prom Night, and we have Prom Night 2, two completely different franchises. So this is realistically, if we kind of think about it, it's following kind of like the Prom Night formula, where we start off with a slasher, and then in the sequel we have a supernatural slasher. Now, all it wasn't the same character, but still, we had a drastic change in it. And even like if we were talking about Friday the 13th last week too, so we have that big change between Friday 1 and then Friday 2. So we haven't seen something like this done in a while. So it's probably like a little bit of a culture shock for everybody too, where we get this drastic change between films. So it's nice. Lucas, what's your thoughts on them changing things up? You think it's the studio greedy, or them realizing that, hey, look, we messed up, we shouldn't have killed this character off because we have something big here?
I'm gonna be real. I think they wanted to get him in Fortnite. I think that's pretty much it. I think they're trying
Right
to
next
find
to
any
art.
way to make this guy marketable. I'll be candid. I don't really care about this one. The Black Phone 1 didn't interest me. The Black Phone 2 still doesn't interest me. I think the Grabber as a serial unaliver name is kind of weak.
Ooh, Grabber.
Ooh.
Sounds more like a pervert.
I've been
honestly.
grabbed before.
Yeah, it
I've been
does.
grabbed before. It happens, but like, nah, like I don't know. It's just not super interesting to me. Nothing really spoke to me about these movies. Watching the trailers or anything, so I'm not super invested. If I were to say what the cause of this movie being different is probably Marcus probably might hit it right on the money, or I think it was either you or Marcus that said is like they killed off the character too early and they wanted to use him for more stories, which I don't fault them for doing. I think they're taking like a supernatural approach in the second one from the trailer that I did see. I'm just still not into it. I also just don't like the main actor kid. I don't know what it is. His face really just fucking irks me.
I've had actors like that. Yeah, there's some people who are just.
I have too.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I have too. There's been some actors like
He's in the How to Train Your Dragon live action movie, and every time I see him on screen, it just makes me so unreasonably mad. Like I don't understand it. I just like, and I think that's what probably pushes the further disinterest in these movies for me is knowing that he's in them, and I don't want to watch him. And this is nothing on him. I'm sure he's a fine actor. You know, I'm sure he's a fine young man. Doesn't fucking matter. I cannot look at his face for longer than 5 minutes, and I feel bad saying that because it's not even like he's ugly. Like he's a pretty attractive-ish dude. Like I just don't care to look at him.
Look, I have that same thing. Like with Secret Window, after seeing that movie, was a Timothy Hutton is the one of the characters in it, and oh my god, like every movie I see him afterwards, like I hate that motherfucker. Like, and
just have that face.
Yeah, and you know the big thing with that too is like the first movie I seen after the Secret Window with him is like that bastard is the villain. He is the secret villain in this movie because that's him. It turned out that he was the villain in that movie. So he's like that. That's one of those guys. Fantastic actor. He's an amazing actor to make me have that type of hate, but it has not gone away.
See, and then like I fear the hate. I don't even know if I would call it hate, just general disinterest. I feel like the general disinterest that I get from this actor, it's not even about his acting ability. Again, I'm sure he's fine. It's just like, okay, cool. He's in a movie. Now I know what not to watch. Like it's not exactly it's not a contest at that point. I didn't watch the How to Train Your Dragon live action because every trailer that I saw and every clip that I saw on YouTube was like him touching a CGI dragon and looking and I can't stand that. I don't know what it is. It just makes me upset.
Live action adaptations.
But no, yeah, Black Phone, listen, for all the people that do enjoy it, you guys ride that wave. He's in Fortnite. He's a marketable character now. And it is a really cool mask. I'll give it that. Dave has only the top half on, so it looks a little bit like an off-brand Daredevil.
Yeah, now I can see why you're saying that.
Right?
All right.
Right? But it's a cool mask. It's a cool idea for a character from what I'm hearing. I'm just not interested in it.
All right, fair enough.
I think Black Phone kind of worked for more so for folks that were, Gen X,
Mhm.
because when you guys do see the movie, or if you have read the book, we grew up in the era of Stranger Danger, and so
Yes.
that movie touched on that a lot, and so
Yeah.
it hit home for a lot of us. You know what I mean? So
Exactly. So we had to worry about serial kidnappers and quicksand as kids in the 80s.
Yep.
Like quicksand was supposed to be everywhere. Like
Bring back
every
those
movie had
things.
quicksand in there.
I watched America's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
Like growing up, that's what I want. Cops and America's Most Wanted was on the TV. That's what we were watching. So I also, and I too, still worry about quicksand, and I know it's not around, but I know how to get out of it now. I
Careful.
watch videos.
There might be quicksand on that beach.
Yep. All right. It is that time. So essentially, we're to watch the short film. It's about 13 minutes long of Mirror Mirror. So this is the first film that me, Marcus, and Noah got to work on together. Marcus was the producer on the film. Noah and I worked behind the scenes. Noah has an awesome title for you. What? Oh, Me and You is the second film, but with Noah, it's our first time working together. So it's the first time for the three of us, Marcus and me. We worked on another film. We worked on Stream together. So we're going to watch this again. This is from the brainchild of Montavious Parker. Drew Phillips directed it. We have some phenomenal cast members in this movie that just blew me away. We have the introduction of a new character that, man, I hope that this is something that gets picked up for a feature length because, first time for us watching what we've seen was scary.
Yeah. Also, Jonas Davis, if you guys did see Terrifier 2, the guy working behind the counter in the Halloween store, he's also a producer on this. He was supposed to star on it, but scheduling conflicts. And then the awesome Kevin Ward doing the suit, the special effects.
Oh my God, Kevin Ward just blew it away. We'll start having some behind the scenes photos pop up. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn on the live chat so people, if you want to comment as we're going along, you can. And let's go ahead and hit play.
I'm so excited.
Looks good.
Feels like we were just there in November.
That was so much fun.
When we get inside, no peek until I say so.
So for people to know, last scene of the movie is right here that we filmed.
3,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. It's fully furnished. So that's about enough space for 4 more?
Why don't we focus on the one in my belly first?
Okay, you're right. You're right. One at a time.
KJ, it really is a dream. But how are we affording all of this?
It's taken care of.
That's not an answer.
It's in our budget, I promise. Let me give you the tour.
I'll take the tour. But you know what you did was crazy, right? My girlfriends would be livid if their husbands bought a house without telling them.
And that is why I married you and not them. Let me take you to the room.
Wow, that sounds like a great idea. Your baby is hungry.
Oh, I understand. Food first.
Food first.
Christening.
Later.
I will tell you guys that Amari Greer,
Got a little bit of everything.
amazing.
Chicken fried rice, wonton soup, dumplings, scallion pancakes.
Oh, amazing.
Be right back.
This was filmed in the day, right? The scene, if I remember correctly. Don't look it.
Nah, we filmed it.
There you go.
Thank you.
What's wrong?
This don't smell right.
What's wrong?
I'm not eating it.
More for me.
That's
I
right.
know who's
That's
open.
me right there. I opened that door.
What the?
Oh, freezing up a bit.
Baby, you gotta come see this.
KJ!
Come here. What?
Baby, please tell me you did not up and move your 6-month pregnant wife into the haunted mansion.
It worked out for him in the end.
They wish it was the haunted
Okay,
mansion.
I admit. This is a little creepy. And those dolls absolutely unholy. But I'll give her to all of that. Look, at the end, it's a blessing because it's more square feet.
Yeah, well, just don't get rid of this mirror. I can use it to model clothes for my Etsy shop. But those dolls, they gotta go.
Tiny Raggedy Ann. That should be the sign.
Oh boy.
Some really good camera work so far.
Right?
Oh, the crew, yeah, it was awesome.
My man.
Kayla, baby, are you okay?
There was something on me. There was a hand on my belly.
What are you talking about? Somebody in the house?
I saw something, KJ.
Baby, they're probably just dehydrated. People hallucinate all kind of crazy shit when they haven't had no fluids in their system.
No, I don't know. But this felt different, KJ.
Listen, baby. I'm gonna walk you back to bed. You're gonna relax. I'm gonna get you some Pedialyte, and I'm gonna even leave the lights on for you, okay? Okay? Let's go. I'm with you. I got you. Yeah. I got you. You're fine, baby. You're fine. There you go. I'll be back in a few hours. Is there anything you need from the hardware store?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
I'm positive.
Yes.
You said blue paint for the nursery, right?
A neutral color.
Blue it is.
Oh. I think my Easter egg made it. I'll tell you guys, this is probably one of my favorite scenes in that we filmed.
Did I do something?
Sit down, KJ.
Okay.
Oh, he sounds in trouble.
Yeah,
I want to know exactly how you acquired
Killed
this
it.
house, KJ.
I bought it at an auction from the bank.
And why was it in an auction?
The previous owner went missing, presumed to be dead.
And you didn't think that information was relevant enough to tell your pregnant wife?
No, I just knew that if you knew that, you wouldn't go for it. The owner was old, okay?
We're leaving.
To go where?
Back to New York.
That's not an option. I put everything we had into this.
I thought this was part of the budget. Look. Look, KJ.
Baby, this is disturbing.
You think? I want to leave this house tonight. Secret rooms, occult books, dogs. That ain't right. This place ain't right. And that should be enough for you to say, hey, I think I fucked up. Let's get the fuck up out of here.
Go where? There are no hotels in this town. We're 5 hours away from the city.
Fine. We're leaving in the morning.
Is that Cece?
I'm sorry, okay? I just did this because I wanted to do something beautiful for you and for our family.
I'm gonna go pack. I think you should do the same.
It's like 10 minutes from the city.
Ooh. Exactly.
Look at that light.
Baby, Kayla. Kayla, baby, Kayla, get up, baby. Kayla. Yo, whatever the hell you are not welcome to my house, you got it? The power of Christ compels you, my nigga.
That's my favorite part.
This is what I missed.
Oh, hell no.
Wow. Holy crap. That's wow, that's what I missed. That's
insane. Yeah, that's really good.
Damn. That came out fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Woo. That was awesome. Film work was fantastic. Wow. And like I said, Amari Greer is the lead actress in it. Seeing her perform is amazing. I got a copy of her script here signed, which is fantastic. But damn, that was pretty good. So hopefully we'll get to see more of that. So,
oh yeah, no, that bit, the bit that he said. Oh, sorry.
My dumbass thought she was pregnant for real when she first came to sit.
Yeah.
That prosthetic, the baby bump was so realistic looking. I thought she was pregnant for real.
Yeah,
nah, that part in the hallway, that's a trailer moment right there.
Oh yeah, definitely. So CG says it's awesome. Need more. Yeah, I hope all of you enjoyed it. It was a fun time making it. Yeah. So yeah,
the house is much bigger than what they showed.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll give you some background on the house. So the first night that Noah and I drove up there, we picked up Marcus and we picked up the actor who played the creature. The sounds that you're hearing, he added that as an improv, and I'm glad that made it. But we drove up, I think it was like 10, 11 o'clock at night, and there was like 50 glowing eyes in the woods as we're pulling up to this place because it was surrounded by deer. So it's like, oh, okay. I don't know what we're in for, but this is not good. So we go into the house from there, and then we get to see the character being made up on. They're playing around with the teeth and stuff like that. You don't get to see it in the shot and stuff like that. So Kevin Ward's messing around with the teeth, and that first night, me and Noah, we did a perimeter check, and we found that every single door in this place and every single window on the first floor was unlocked. And this place is huge. It has to be like 4,000 or 5,000 square feet. It has hidden rooms in it. It has hallways that kind of just throw you off the way it connects to other rooms and other floors. So it was really creepy. It's like something out of Resident Evil, house-wise.
There are also just weird books in that library too. Like there are some freaky books in that library.
Yep. Freaky pictures, freaky power source. So this is definitely.
Don't forget to tell them like the next day.
Oh yeah.
When we walked out, we found the at the front of the driveway or near the front, like halfway, we found the witch's pyre.
Yep.
You know, with the stones, the stone pyre. Yeah.
Yep, there was a witch's circle not too far off in the woods, which probably could have been used in the film or anything like that. But like Marcus was saying, piles of stone just strategically placed. There was a tree that was
two things.
What?
The mysterious caretaker in November.
Yeah.
That's like he looks like he's like 80 years old and he's taking care of a pool in the middle of November.
Yep.
And the utility basement that's added, that's also a part of the sub-level floor that has a whole bunch of weird medical files, or some weird files, a bunch of file cabinets just all laying about, old crutches, and then three switches that control the entirety of the power for each floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Insane. You just flick them all off and then it goes. It's like the perfect horror movie.
Oh boy, yeah. Like you were saying, like the caretaker coming out in the middle of November, out of nowhere. To skim the pool, and we're all just sitting there watching. It's like, yo, are we all gonna die right now? Who the hell is? Why is there a caretaker coming out here? But yeah, so the where we shot was pretty creepy. I was gonna mention there was a tree that tipped over. And the roots were so massive, it actually looked like the Game of Thrones chair because of how the roots were playing. So it looked like an altar. So it was pretty crazy.
You know, that house reminded me of, minus the brick, that house reminded me of the house in Get Out. Like the whole property. You know, because we're in the middle of nowhere. The closest house is like on the other side of the property. You know, it was creepy. The whole setting was creepy.
It's funny that the nearest, like the city is like 10-15 minutes from there, but you are still like in the middle of nowhere. And we kept hearing alpacas, but we never saw them, which I think was interesting, right? Like there's mysteriously these alpacas that are screeching in the middle of the night, but we never saw them on the property.
Yeah, didn't see one.
Like, yeah, I'm sure it's those totems are there for a reason. They're a warning. They're keeping them at the whatever's in the woods at bay.
Yep. So that was a fun thing to work on.
I was not there.
No, you were not there, unfortunately. So hopefully the next time we get to work on something, you'll be with us on that. So there's a couple of film projects that are supposed to be kicking off that we're supposed to be getting attached to. One's with William Shatner. Has kind of had some issues, so I think that's kind of delayed the project that we are going to be working on. So hopefully we'll be able to work on some other films, or the next film that we'll work on will be our own. So we'll be having some fun with that one as well. All right.
I would love to film there again, to be honest, because as creepy as it was a real cool location.
Mm-hmm. It definitely was. All right. So, gents, people watching, just to give you a heads up, is that we're being sponsored this month. So, In the Search of Darkness is a popular horror documentary series that has been running. I think it's been around. I know they've done the 80s. They did the early 90s this last time around. Now they're doing the late 90s. And just real quick, let's take a look at the trailer for this part of the documentary, and then we'll talk about how you can be a part of it. So.
Tales from Howling.
Do you like scary movies?
Oh, Van Horizon. Yeah.
I love that Blade's included.
Yeah, it would be a mistake not to include it.
This is a fucking banger. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah. The late 90s was amazing for horror.
Oh, yeah, those 4 years of horror films.
Welcome to hell!
Where you're going, every day is Halloween.
Wishmaster.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Let the games begin.
Come on out, everybody! It's time to play!
Demon Knight is so underrated, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this show.
All right, so we got a lot of clips here. I wonder if we have some interview stuff. Let me take a look here.
Nah, I just.
All right. Yeah, so let's come off of that there. So we don't want to sit there on that.
I was enjoying the music.
Yeah, it's good music. It's very good music.
I think I gotta get Disco Lights too
saying
now.
that whoever composed that, which I'm assuming that's an original composition that someone made for it. Whoever composed that deserves a raise.
I will find out when we get demonetized for having that song in there, but I'll have to go to the company and say, hey, look, we were just promoting your stuff on the channel. But essentially what's going on here, guys, is let's take a look at this. So they are launching their documentary again for the late half of the 90s, and you can be a part of that. The link for that is in the description of the video. So there is the 1990s double pack, which includes the first two films. So you get the first documentary, you get the second documentary that they're working on. It comes with a slipcase. Your name goes in the credits. There's 2 movie posters. There's mini posters. It's a 32-page booklet. It's uniquely numbered. There's a sticker pack. There is a certificate of contribution. Soundtrack. There you go, Lucas. You get the soundtrack there.
No.
And you also get the digital copy.
That's not bad at all.
Movies, documentaries, anything that gets released in visual media that drops the fucking soundtrack for that visual media gets goated immediately.
Well, this is a documentary that's just fantastic. Like, you can go on Shudder and watch it now, and you're gonna sit there, you're gonna pop it on, and the stories that you hear from the people that are involved in the films is just amazing, right? Now, if you just want to get the collector's edition Blu-ray, it's $88. You get the one that they're working on now. Your name goes in the credits again. 2 movie posters, mini poster, 32-page booklet, sticker pack, another soundtrack that comes with this. So this is an awesome bundle for $88. Then you got the Blu-ray and T-shirt pack. So you get everything that we've talked about, plus you get a T-shirt in there. And then, of course, if you want to go all out, you can get not all out yet. You get the digital copy for $50, which is the soundtrack, the digital copy of the movie, and then a PDF booklet. But then if you want to be a producer, if you're interested in getting into film and starting to build up some of your credits on there, there's an associate producer credit, there is a producer credit, and then there is an executive producer credit as well. So they seem pricey, but let me tell you something. Like, if you're looking to get into the film business, and this is like maybe the first step in there, this is something I've talked to Marcus that Marcus needs to be doing, is as you add these producer credits and you have a film that hits, you can start going to horror conventions. We know some people that have producer credits and have small clips in certain films that they show up at horror conventions, and they have people coming up and getting their autographs for stuff that they're collecting. So that's definitely something that you want to kind of take a look at and see. Again, link it. Go ahead.
I was talking to somebody about that, man, and I told you about how I feel about that. It's weird to me receiving that kind of attention. I know I should do it because the money is great and everything, I know. But
yeah, exactly.
Like I was telling Bill Perry, and I told you, and I told Mike Levy and Steve De La Sala, man, like, even when we were at Days of the Dead in January out here in Vegas, when they started telling all the fans that my names were on the posters, the Terrifier and stream poster, everybody started getting my autograph too. But it feels weird to me, man, because I don't like that attention. But everybody keeps telling me, they were like, man, you better embrace it. You're part of 2 big films, you know? So I guess I gotta get used to it if it's really one day. So.
Yep. So you purchased your copy. I just dropped that link in the comments. So you go ahead and take a look at that. Again, it's in the description as well. But well, Marcus, like you're in this for the love of the film, right? So there are people that go in it and they have high expectations that they're going to be movie stars and they're going to do this and they're going to do all of that stuff. But you're truly in it because of the love of the film. That's why you're a producer, right? So we've talked about this many times. So that's why I feel it's awkward, man. But go get your flowers. Right? Go get your flowers.
Yeah. Because like even yesterday, man, I went to go get I was cheating my cheat day. I went and got a chili dog yesterday. And the people that own the restaurant where I get the chili dog from, it's a Chicago-owned spot out here. Every time I go in there, they give me free stuff because they're huge fans of horror and Terrifier. So every time they always have like an order ready for me. Every time I get in there, don't have to pay for it. And they be telling all the customers in there, oh, he produced Terrifier too and stuff. It's weird to me, man. I get that people enjoy that, but like for me, it's just I don't know if I'm shy or I don't know.
It's an adjustment period. So Tom is like saying here, get used to it. We get that way with signing the Necronomicon cookbooks. Imposter syndrome. Yeah, imposter syndrome is real.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Yeah, that's what it feels like to me, man. Like,
yeah,
I still feel like I haven't quite earned it, but everybody was like, no, you did it. I mean, you know, Terrifier 2 changed the game for not just horror, but film in general. So
that first novel that I wrote, it was completely crowdfunded before crowdfunding was a thing and before Amazon became a thing with self-publishing books. But I was working down in the Poconos and I was connected to a nice community of people. And essentially what happened is I've written a novel and then I wanted to publish it. So I self-published it because it's very hard to find a literary agent. And as people are buying the books, people come in and they have like these conversations with me about the story and where it was going next. And it was really awesome to have those conversations and talk about that. And there was a couple of people that were introduced to me that were nervous to talk to me. It's like, it's not like a book that's out there. Like, sure, we made the library and stuff like that, but it's cool. It's a neat experience just to talk to people and engage with them about it and not ask for anything more than that. But years later, I came to find out that Noah was hawking my book in school to people too and keeping the money. So that was kind of funny. So at least there were still people that were interested in it.
Nephew was hustling. Hustling.
Oh boy.
Alrighty. So we've talked about our topics, and now we're going to switch over to the last half of the show, and we're going to talk about Alien Earth. If we have some time, maybe we'll take some questions at the end. So, Alien Earth.
It's been out for at least a little bit over a week now. So everybody should have seen this shit. I want to talk about this series.
It's been out like a month, over a month.
Yep.
This
All
show
right.
is
Hold on.
It's worth the conversation. That's all I'm saying.
One last piece of news before we jump into it.
Okay.
Even though it's not necessarily horror related, the actor is pure horror. But I don't know if everybody heard the news about Matthew Lillard. He is getting work. So not only is the news released officially that he is going to be a villain to Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin and Daredevil Born Again season 2 next year. And then they also released the trailer for Cross season 2 on Amazon, where he's playing a major character in that as well. And Cross is based off of if you all haven't read those books, there were 2 movies that Morgan Freeman starred in.
Holy shit!
Right, yeah.
Oh shit!
So
it didn't
Alex
even
Cross
register.
series. Yeah, the Alex
that
Cross
comic book
series.
is
So
fucking nuts.
yeah, Morgan Freeman starred in Kiss the Girls and Alone Came the Spider, and so now Aldous Hodge is starring as the character. Tyler Perry starred as him in the movie Cross. But yeah, it's a good series. I read all the books. The show first season 1 was good, so I'm excited to see if Matthew Lillard is playing a killer in this or not, because they're going away from the books and it's all original material. So I'm interested in seeing like what
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So is this like a new IP then, or is it still tied to the Crossed books?
It's still tied to the Cross books because the characters from the books are in the show. It's just they're not using the actual stories from.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. Like one story they are using is, if you read the books, a friend of Cross who was in the FBI ended up being a serial killer in the book series. So it looks like, based off of season 1, it looks like they're hinting at that character becoming exactly that down the line. And they did a gender swap with the character, which I was totally okay with, because the actress playing the character was one of my favorite characters in Supernatural. She's just awesome. So yeah, it's a good show. It was surprisingly a good show.
Word.
It'll be out in February. And Matthew Lillard is in it. So
I also just wanted to say something because I had to be muted because there was a little bit of noise going on upstairs. But yeah, Creator VC, this is very cool about the sponsorship. I didn't know about it until today, so I was like, holy shit, that's awesome. And after seeing what we saw and all the different tiers and how you can support them, go do it. It seems like a really cool thing to be a part of, and I'm definitely happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's like, hey, all right, it's one film that's coming out. Do I support it? What's going to happen with it? This is an existing franchise that's out there, so you're not just jumping in at the start. You're jumping in the middle, and you're helping them create some great documentaries, because it's a good documentary. Like, I don't watch many of them, but this is one that I've watched before in the past, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah. All right, it's time. Ooh, all right. Do it through our link. Please. I'll send it to you all guys tonight, and I'll start posting this stuff on social media soon. But now we're going to talk about Alien Earth. Let's kind of hold the spoilers to the tail end of the conversation so that some people can really interact with us on it. But my God, this mask sucks. Don't buy this mask from Trick or Treat Studios or Spirit Halloween. It's horrible. Anyway, so
I told you, go to Etsy. Go to Etsy.
It's uncomfortable. Alien Earth. Like, I had my reservations going into this one. I didn't know if it was going to be too good, because I was expecting not to see many xenomorphs in this. And you know what? It's in the first episode, so it's not really a spoiler. So if you're having those same reservations like I was, where it's like, oh, we're probably not going to see the xenomorphs till the end and stuff like that. It's first episode, you get to see it, so it gives you that feel of that creature features. The show overall, it's fantastic. It has great story. It has great drama. It has great underlining themes that are there that makes you want to investigate more about those topics that they hint at throughout the entire series.
The show also makes me very angry.
Yeah. And before I turn it over to you guys, what I want to say, and we'll let Lukas close us out on the opening comments of what he thinks of the series, because he's excited to talk about it. But the person that directed it loves the franchise because he connects it to everything. everything. He connects it to
Shower
the
trend.
previous films. He connects it to the comic books. He connects it to some video games. So, like, this guy knows his stuff. He's a lover of the Alien franchise, and he did a fantastic job bringing it to life. And, man, I'm so excited to see where he goes going forward with this and other things. So, Marcus, what's your thoughts on the show and the series altogether?
Like nephew said, man, I mean, it's a great series, but it will make you angry at times, for real. I give it a solid 8 out of 10. You know, it does have its flaws, but overall, very enjoyable. It connects to the franchise perfectly, in my opinion. I did have low expectations going in because of the fact that knowing the franchise as we do, you know, they never once said that xenomorphs or let alone any alien species made it to Earth, you know, in the franchise. So I was like, how are they going to do this? And then, like, even going back to Alien Resurrection, where Ron Perlman was like, oh, Earth, that stink hole, you know, that piece of shit place, I don't want to go back. I was like, okay, why is Earth so bad? So seeing this show, I'm anxious to see what happens and how Earth ends up being how it was in Alien Romulus, you know, because it looked like a shithole then, you know. So
what's the
I'm
time distance between those two?
So this is, since it's 2 years before Alien, I think it's like 50 something years before Romulus.
Okay.
Because it was like 57 years. Right? No, Prometheus came first. So this is actually set 2 years before the first Alien.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then, you know, Alien was like 57 years to Aliens. And so Romulus was in between those two. So yeah, I think it's like 50 something years between Romulus and Alien.
I mean, based on what we saw in the show and who's in how Earth is being run, are we surprised?
Yeah, exactly.
So I just looked it up, so I didn't want to freeze because I didn't want to share it, but it's 2 years before Alien and 22 years before Romulus.
Oh, 22? I thought it was like 50. Okay.
Oh, Romulus takes place much sooner than. Oh, well, I guess it makes sense because we saw Big Chap in Romulus.
Yeah.
From the first Alien movie, so I guess it was relatively soon.
I will say what I loved about it. I love that they implemented the Peter Pan aspect to the story, the overarching story. Because what a lot of people know, everybody just knows Peter Pan from the Disney cartoon.
Well, spoilers. Let's save it. Let's save it a little bit towards the end.
I'm just saying, like, they never read the original book. That like Peter Pan, the original book, was just awful. Like it was a crazy ass story, and Peter Pan wasn't as nice as people thought it was. And that's what I loved about it.
Watch some stuff on the author.
Yeah, and I just love how they implemented. Timothy Oliphant was great.
Yes.
He never misses. Mark, the actor, the African, I forgot his name, who plays Morrow in the show, phenomenal. Even the actor that played Boy Genius, Boy Cavalier, Boy Genius, whatever you want to call him, they call him both. He acted that role so well that you want to hate him. Like, you're supposed to hate him, and he did it so well. Like, everybody in the show did an awesome job. Special effects were great. And then there's a particular alien that I'm pretty sure everybody on the internet has heard about. The Eye. It's called Teosillus. That's my new favorite Disney princess. She is female. And when you see her in action and what she does, matter of fact, she doesn't do a lot of action, but just her presence alone is just like unsettling.
There's a really cool bit that we see like with her. So what are we talking? What are the rules on spoilers again?
Right now,
we're just going. Just say she's better.
Yep.
Just say she's.
We're going around. We're getting your. We're getting your takes on the film. So Marcus gave his take. He gave it an 8 out of 10. I'm right there with him. I good IMDb ratings 8 out of 10 for me too. I agree with that. Noah, what's your thoughts on it?
I also will say I went in with low expectations because I was not going to watch the show, and then I had these two like watch it. You should watch it. And that was at like what episode? I think episode 6 was out, or episode at that point. So I got into it, and I was like, all right. First episode wasn't that bad. I'll keep going. Second episode was, woo! Second episode was purely something. It's episode 3. I'm in it, and I'm like, I'm watching it. No spoilers, but watch it. I have to pause it halfway through because like I feel like something. My eyes start hurting. I'm like, fuck, man, and I just start crying because of the scene. It's like, man, fuck this show because like it really this show really does hit you right in the feels.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
I will also give it an 8 out of 10. I would give it higher, but I will say episode 6. Episode 8. The finale kind of disappointed me a little bit personally. But everything else with the effects in this show, they do have practical effects because we got the alien in the Adidas shot. So very excited. I very much like this show, and I'm very excited for hopefully a season 2.
All right, we got straight 8s going. Lukas, you're up. I know you were talking about Alien Romulus in our premiere episode last year, saying that this was the alien of your generation and how good it was. And now, like Noah said, we kind of twisted your arms to get into watching this. And go ahead.
Yeah, no, dude, It really only took a little bit for me to watch it because I don't usually watch like show spinoffs of movies that I like or whatever. Like I've seen a whole bunch of Transformers animated shows, but like that's the furthest I've dipped from like movies. And I mean, if you want to count Marvel movies, but that's neither here nor there. But Alien Romulus truly rocked the fuck out of my socks. I enjoyed the shit out of that movie. It was so well shot. It was so well directed. It was actually genuinely like I had to like look away for certain scenes because I could not just stand what was going on. And honestly, this Alien Earth is what I feel is such a great extension of what Alien Romulus like capitalized on. Because Alien Romulus, they put their whole ass into making practical effects, they wanted everything to look real and they wanted it to look scary, and Alien Earth does a fantastic job of keeping that going. I love all the characters. I think everybody really just acts the shit out of this show.
Even the ones I hate.
It's phenomenal to see. Like the Timothy Oliphant, everybody, let's stand up and give him a fucking standing round of ovation because oh my god,
he's Magneto,
fantastic.
If he doesn't give me next year for this, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's not a character that we get to see a decent bit of him, and we hear a good amount, but it's not a character that we see a lot, hear a lot of. But whenever he's on screen, he has such a presence, and that presence is like a father figure for all of the characters that are in this show. But it's not exactly a good one. So, but he plays it well. Like he plays like an emotionally cold father figure very well, and he does it absolutely spectacular. The main I guess villain would be Boy Cavalier. Is that what we're calling him?
Yeah, or Boy Genius.
Boy Genius. Yeah, I like him a lot. He's British, or I think he's British or of something along those lines. And I think sometimes the accent comes out, but otherwise he does a fantastic job. You really, really want to hate this dude, but sometimes you also kind of want to like him, and it's really weird. There's a really weird dichotomy that he brings to this show that I think makes it just all the more complex. What are
this show?
Are the not human people, like the robot? Yes, because I keep on getting them mixed up with replicants from Blade Runner.
Well, so here's the thing, right? It's they've kind of intertwined these two franchises together here and there, and it seems like in this series you dive more into it so that you're finding out that realistically it may be more connected than we think.
No, this movie has it. If we want to subscribe to the Blade Runner and Alien shared universe theory, that's this movie. This show has a lot of good points going for it, especially in like the later episodes and how we see it go. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, all the synthetics that like are played, there's some really fucking heartbreaking shit that happens to these characters, and it really fucking hurts to watch too. And we'll talk further details later.
Well, remember,
I gotta mention the
there's
colors
a
in the
difference.
show.
Remember, there's a difference though. You got to make that specification. So you got the hybrids, which
Yeah. There's the hybrids,
the synthetics,
the cyborgs,
and then the cyborgs. Yeah, those are the three.
Which is crazy that we have cyborgs. I didn't know that there were cyborgs before. I thought I must have
It makes
not,
sense.
lost it throughout my mind, like because I think they've had some cybernetic.
This is a lot of world expanding for the live action stuff.
Oh yeah, this is massive world building for this.
It makes you want to get into the Alien and Predator comic books a lot more. I was going through my phone looking for different comic books that I can read that are like canon to the universe, because there's a lot, and I really want to read them now. Because of this show.
If this show taught me anything, and I'll say this show's like a 9.7 out of 10 for me.
Wow. Okay.
This is about as damn near to perfect as I would want this show to be, and I don't think that if they played it any other way, I would have enjoyed it.
Yeah, CG is what your number one show is right now.
Yeah, so not the best show of the year, but damn good for sure. Great writing, and I feel people wanted more Alien. A D, we got a solid story for sure. So yeah, definitely.
One thing I love is, like you said, it does connect to the entire franchise in comic books, but how it connects, it's just minute details that connect to the projects. Like one thing I will spoil, and it's not necessarily a spoiler.
Okay, we're close.
No, I was just going to say. Okay. Well, I was just going to say how a character mentions her grandmother, and if you connect the films and do the timeline, her grandmother was in Alien vs. Predator Requiem. So I was like, it took me a while to connect it to it, and I was like, oh, that makes so much sense now. When you think about it. So yeah, it's just cool how they loosely connect to the different franchises.
Such good writing to be able to not only pay homage to everything that came before it, comic books, video games, movies, everything, but to have it in the story where it all makes sense is brilliant writing.
Also to that fact, not even just like paying homage to everything that's come before, but also introducing so many new ideas into the franchise.
Definitely.
That work, and they all work.
They all work.
And Romulus was already a breath of fresh air for the franchise, so we're getting like double wind.
That tall man. I don't like that,
like,
man.
This is like if you have asthma out there and you have an inhaler, you know exactly what I mean.
Now, I will say this before we switch over to spoilers. If you had any doubts about watching it, and there's the purists like Alien and Aliens, that's it. I don't care about anything else other than those two. The opening of this series puts you right in Alien. Like everything is spot on. There are characters that you look as like, what? Are they the characters from that movie? Because it's perfect. And because of
matches
everything matches the smoking and all the time frame that Alien dropped in. There was lots of different things like people would smoke, doctors would smoke over patients and stuff like that. It's all pulled into this series as well, so it just matches perfectly.
The continuity running
fantastic
throughout this entire show is fantastic for how it just like if we were to see Sigourney. Is it Sigourney Weaver?
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah. If we were to see Sigourney Weaver in this movie, I can still realistically see like a young Ripley interacting with these characters that we're seeing now. Like if we were to,
wants to come back.
This is true, and I'm actually excited as fuck for that because I have a feeling that they might make her a synthetic. And that's going to be a really weird, dynamic because we all know Ripley is the hero of the Alien story. I don't know if they might flop it, but that's neither here nor there. That's me fanboying. No, I'm just really excited for whatever this show has next. How this show ended is like a peak kind of cliffhanger because it leaves you to be like, oh
What's
shit,
yeah,
are they doing this?
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's yeah, like I said
All right.
before.
I think
3.7
season
out of 10.
2, if we do get a season 2, I think it's still going to be set before Alien, before the movie.
Mhm.
So if Sigourney Weaver were to come back, I could see her being Ripley, in human form before the mission, going to space.
Yep.
And so of course they would have to de-age her, obviously. You know what I mean? To make it work.
Alien is back when you are seeing the Monster High dolls release and awesome.
Bro, it might be my first
now.
Monster High doll.
You laugh now.
Look
I'm not laughing. I choked.
Look at that.
I didn't know
Look
you
at
were
that
gonna
box. Look at that box. Guys, I might have to buy a Monster High doll.
I was in the middle of drinking my purple Gatorade.
Marcus is.
Yeah, no,
Marcus.
this looks
Yep. We've seen the memes for Alien, the Alien Queen being a Disney princess, and Monster High beat everybody to it. Look at that. That's a fantastic looking doll for anybody's collection.
Also, Alien Earth.
I have a couple of exes that would love this.
You know what? You know what she looks like though? She actually looks like remember that movie Species?
Yes. Yep.
Remember when she turned into the alien? That's what she looks like. That's exactly what she looks like.
So that is fantastic.
Best of both worlds.
If
I
you
love
guys,
Alien.
if you guys,
I used to collect Monster High dolls when she was younger. So like this is like we can just go have this collector's item for the both of us.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah.
And for all the action figure nerds, look at the fucking sculpting on that. By the way, that shit looks sick as fuck.
That's gonna be expensive. I guarantee it's gonna be like in the hundreds.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
tough. It's going to be in the $100 after the scalpers get their damn hands on it. That's what's going to happen. It's probably going to be like a $50 doll, but it's going once it sells out, it's going to be $150. So, all right.
I can't wait to get into the spoilers, man, because there's one thing I got to talk about in particular.
All right. Well, Marcus called it.
You've been warned.
Take it away, Marcus.
Let's go.
Oh, so I know Lucas was hinting at it a little bit, but I never in my life expected to see a xenomorph terrified of anything in film. The fact that T. Ocelis, the eye, attached itself to the one engineer dude and fought the xenomorph hand-to-hand combat. That xenomorph was shook.
Pounced on that motherfucker.
It also went after the xenomorph at one point too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But then I realized it didn't have eyes.
Dude,
yeah.
Another detail that I fucking love
was,
about that.
Smart because he knew. She knew that it bleeds acid, so it was smart to hop off of it because it would have killed it if it would have tried to attach itself to it. You know what I mean? So the fact that they made T. Ocelis so smart, and the one doctor with the afro, I forgot the character's name, but she was more terrified of the eye than anything else that was on the ship. Like it says a lot about that creature. It says a whole lot about that creature.
Yeah, the intelligence
it just
of the
rips out your eye and then goes in that.
The intelligence of the eye thing. Plus, it's like before the engineer that had her in the eye, like had her in him, like pounced on him, had watched a human walk past him and walk past her and made their conscious decision not to go after the human and instead decided to go and fuck up the fucking alien.
Yep.
Holy
So
shit.
there's beef between the two species. There's beef, and I hope they explore that more.
They better.
There's beef between those two species. Like,
you want to go, bitch? Want to go again? Come on.
Yeah, I liked seeing it ingest itself into the sheep. I like that. Sheep is like something that I want to own now.
That was so creepy, man. That was so creepy.
I think that's really where you get to see the intelligence of the eye is when it's attached to the sheep, because you see it figuring out complex situations on how to escape throughout the entire few episodes that it's in. And then with the banging on the glass and stuff like that.
Oh, setting up the hybrid. Yeah, setting up the hybrid for the kill. My favorite thing that it did was at one moment you thought it actually helped the one doctor. Remember, it helped the one doctor close the lid, but then you figured out like, oh, okay, this is how they're getting out. Okay, I'm gonna plan my escape too.
Yep.
And I love that. And then I love the concept of the hybrids. I forgot which one of you all brought up the whole Blade Runner aspect.
I think all of them, all of the hybrids have what could be the inkling of replicants.
Yeah, that's I love that the fact that they transferred these children's consciousness into synthetic bodies,
dude,
but they were still kids. The actors did such a phenomenal job of acting.
They were so fucking good.
Yes, they did.
It made me angry.
They were amazing, man. They were amazing. Like even the redhead, when she started losing her humanity and started going psycho, she was freaking scary by the end of the series. Like,
oh yeah,
that's the one I realized what they were doing, and I'm like, this
I have no
seems
doubt
wrong. This seems like they shouldn't be doing this. And then episode 3, they have that whole scene where they're not treating them like kids, they're not really treating them like anything, and they're just like, and then they're like, Arush, is that his name? Arash.
Oh yeah, Arash.
He gets all scared, so his friend goes to comfort him. He just kind of like gets closer, then hugs him. It was like, that's where I had to pause it at the.
Oh, you talking about Shmi and because you know they were named
Shmi and Slightly,
Shmi is like, I don't like it. That's not their name. That's not their name. I don't. No, but yeah, we paused. I had a pause there because I just that just hit me as like, oh
dude, yeah, like when Morrow was such an intimidating character, man.
Oh yeah.
At the same time, you felt for him. You felt sympathy for him because of here's a man that was all about the mission. You know what I mean? All about completing the mission. But then you see his backstory in episode 5 that he was a father. He lost his daughter while he was on the mission. You know, he was 65 years in space. You know, so you felt for him. So all he had was the mission.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then just his connection to, I love the fact that Yutani said, hey, I don't really know you, but my grandmother trusted you. So I would love to see them bring that actress back from Alien vs. Predator Requiem, who was at the final scene of the movie. She was the in charge of the Yutani company then before Wayland and Yutani combined into one. I would love to them talk about her and Morrow even more. You know, since Alien vs. Predator Requiem was actually set in 2004. And you know, this is set in 21, whatever. Yeah, I would just love to see that dynamic, you know, talked about more or something. You know what I mean? Just more on Morrow in general. Man. Him and Timothy Oliphant, man, were just great.
Their rivalry was fantastic throughout
this
entire show. Watching them try so hard to one up each other, and then Timothy Oliphant usually getting the upper hand too, and just seeing Morrow still be like, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm still gonna fuck you up. Then he does it.
He did it.
A little threatening conversation in the elevators.
Yep.
Dude, oh my god.
He banged the Batman to his ass.
On the downside of Morrow, though, what a fucking asshole to manipulate that and what he figures out is an actual child's brain or whatever the hell, and he still manipulates the shit out of this child that is just trying to do what he thinks is right, threatening his family, threatening his friends, and he doesn't know what to do. Yeah, literally, and that's another thing. These kids, all of their parents not even knowing that they're still technically alive, they were all told, hey, sorry, your kids died in this experiment that we tried. Yeah. And what the
I don't even think it was that. I think that these parents were told in hospitals that they died in ERs, because at least not with but someone said that their parents thought that he died in the hospital, as far as I know.
Well, no. So the brother thought Wendy died in the hospital. All the parents, they made it known. All the parents knew what happened to the kids. It was just the brother that was clueless because the father, the companies, the corporation paid him off not to say anything, basically, and accept that they were dead. it was the brother that thought that she died in the hospital.
Okay.
But the father knew all along because all the kids were dying of cancer or whatever. So it was like, they were on their deathbed anyway. So,
well, this has a tremendous backstory where we're learning that the corporations now run everything. Kind of like we're seeing today, and real life.
Crazy. That could never happen.
Yeah, the corporations are kind of running everything, and it kind of just helps you understand what was going on in the beginning of Alien Romulus even more, because it's like, oh, I saved your life now because I put something in your body. Now I technically own you. It's like, oh, yeah.
That's where I had a theory about Morrow. What if Yutani gave him his arm, and some other cybernetics, and in doing so, that's why he had to go on that mission, leaving his daughter. That was my theory. Like
that's not a theory. That happened.
Remember, that was
that's true. Yeah, that's what happened.
Well, I know he was saying he was going on the mission, but I don't because he always said that he always hinted it wasn't like there was always a price or something. Like they give you something and in return you give them everything. Like they never really said he was forced in like hey, we gave you this arm, we gave you these cybernetics, you're going.
No, he said that to the brother. Remember, he was like, "What are you willing to sacrifice?" And the brother was like, "Everything." He was like, "That's not enough." So he was saying like Morrow knew exactly what he was getting into when he committed to Yutani. He had to give up his whole life, basically, like no matter what. Like he knew what he was getting into. Yeah.
Episode 1 of this show really just sets you up for everything that you're about to see. And a lot of the time it feels like the episodes keep on ramping up because obviously they have to get to their certain climax point and whatnot and what they're going to be doing for the rest of the series. But the first episode of this show shows you the entire outline for where this is is going. It shows you the hybrids already pretty much starting to think of themselves as more than just machines and kids and whatever. It shows you the distrust with the company at the very start. It shows you all the things that's happening with Morrow, with his like what's going on with him, at least not like to a very intricate degree, but it shows you what his like motivations are at least, and it just sets you up for this journey that is like almost destined to end as like in a way as tragically as it kind of did, but but like also in a sort of happy. I wouldn't say this is a good ending. I don't think this is a happy ending for anyone but the hybrids right now. But even that's like really iffy.
Well, the rise of Marcy, like Screen Crush had figured it out, is I guess in the comic book series. I haven't read the comic book portion of this. I don't. Marcus, you can talk on this. Then Marcy is supposedly the rise of her character is tied to the comic books, which we may get to see play out on screen, and that is a xenomorph goddess. So I was like, really? And then you see the images of the xenomorph goddess, which is essentially a human or a hybrid that eventually just transforms into an alien-like species. And you're seeing her connection with the characters towards the end, where she's able to talk to them and understand what they're saying and stuff like that. Her evolution throughout the entire series is fantastic. But the xenomorph goddess. So Marcus, tell us a little bit about this.
So that arc I only read once, but yeah, it was exactly how you explained it. I forgot the character's original name, but yeah, basically she had a connection to the xenomorphs where, if you remember in Alien Resurrection, how the xenomorphs and the what do they call it? The newborn and that connected to Ripley, because they used her, they spliced the DNA and everything. It was the same thing. Like the xenomorph goddess was able to talk to the xenomorphs just like Marcy / Wendy, and they understood her and they just revered her like the queen. They actually revered her over the queens, just like the newborn revered Ripley over the queen. So it was the same concept. So I don't know if I want them to go that route just yet, because again, the comics were set after the first 2 films, if I'm not mistaken. So it wouldn't fit the realm of having the xenomorph goddess this early, especially on Earth.
I think she shows up in the people nightmares who survived the incubation period, right? Like they got incubated, came out, and then they survived. So they see her in like hallucinations and nightmares and whatnot.
Yeah.
But there's not much information.
Like because it was a short arc. It was short arc.
Yeah,
that's a super interesting idea. I'm not sure if I like it very much.
There's a lot of lore from Alien comic books that like.
No, and I understand that.
It makes sense.
I understand about that, but I don't know, because like in my eyes, the trajectory that I see for this is like the hybrid uprising at this point. Because I have a feeling in season 2, the brother, and this is a prediction, I have a feeling in season 2, the brother's gonna die, and they're gonna make him a hybrid somehow. I know that they said it could only be children's brains for now, but they were working on that.
Yeah.
I think the hybrids are going to further that research, because I think they're going to end up wanting more people to be like them, because I think they're going to start going down a superior species route.
See, I would love that, but then it wouldn't line up with the movies, because of the fact if you go look at the movies, all we have are synthetics. We don't have cyborgs.
Yeah, there are no hybrids.
Synthetic. So I think out of the 3, I think he is going to die, and that's going to be the end of it. And I think the hybrids are going to die. And that's going to
are we going to have like a synthetic, cyborg, and hybrid war?
Yeah, like a civil war or something like that. You know,
I hope so. Yeah. I think that'd be badass.
I think the 5 companies that run the world are probably going to have a war of their own, and then they're going to employ whatever they have in their arsenal, which would be these the technology and aliens, perchance. It's just so. I am leaning more towards the Xenomorph Empress origin story, that this is what this is, like this is ramping up to be, especially since she values Xenomorph lives very highly. You can see that, and I would
more
say
than
that the
humans
Xenomorph,
most of the time. More than humans, except for her brother that we've seen. Because
but you can even see that. Yeah, there are moments when she's has like she just kind of is sick of her brother in certain moments where because humans are complicated. So and the xenomorph population is they're not. So I can see in some way that maybe Marcy turns on her brother next season, or maybe if he survives season 2.
Yeah, I think so.
The 3rd season, that I think that if there's possibility for that, because I think that she's going to revere the xenomorphs much more. And how fucked up would it be if all these people she starts taking people captive and she starts incubating.
Yeah, that would be fucked.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Because she has 2 xenomorphs at her disposal.
I will say one more prediction. I have a feeling we're going to get a scene in season 2 of a shit ton of xenomorphs coming out of like walls and shit from behind.
The man, the myth, the legend.
What up, y'all?
Yeah,
brother.
Just got out of that event
on Alien Earth.
It's pretty cool. Oh, nice. Cool, man.
We're wrapping up our Alien discussion. We're in spoiler mode. I don't know if you had a chance to see Alien, Danny, if you want to be a part of that discussion. But I don't think we have much more to talk about that before we are
you wearing the black phone mask?
One major thing.
I am.
Yes.
There is one major thing that we got to talk about.
All right. We do got a question. So let's see here. So CG is, do you all think anything of this can lead into a new Predator movie, then lead into a new Aliens movie, and then back to the TV show? Yes.
If Marcus is right, yes. If Marcus is right, absolutely. Because that's already a connection.
That we're already getting that with the synthetic Elle Fanning's character in Badlands being a synthetic in that, and then we see Wayland Yutani's logo in there. So I think it's definitely the show is going to connect to Predator.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I did not know that.
And the plant life in the series is from their home planet, and the theory is that the predators made their technology based on the plant life that is in the TV show, because it's able to turn invisible and attack people and stuff like that. So
yeah.
But can we talk about T.O. Sellers resurrecting the Doctor?
Oh yes.
All right.
And the massively harsh implications that has for season 2.
That is gonna be fucking wild in season 2, bro. One, because you got a highly intelligent. I don't know what she does like fully, but one, he's highly intelligent. And remember, Boy Genius was just like talking to her, like, "Hey, I wonder what you would do in an intelligent being." You know what I mean? And he was like,
"She's like, game on."
He got scared. Yeah. Then he was like scared. He was like, "Nah, I'll choose the dumbest person." And now
she's in a smart person. She's in a smart person.
In a highly intelligent. Oh, it's gonna be wild.
So with the whole lead up to that, I love obviously going into the sheep. We already start seeing her like building like blocks for like communicating with Boy Cavalier or whatever the hell.
We know she knows pi.
She knows pi, which means they are a highly intelligent species. And fucking even in the sheep body, when she was in Boy Cavalier's like room or whatever, or office, she was in the sheep's body trying to say words to speak to him. So now that she's in a human body, we're gonna see her talking. We're gonna see her basically like just fucking with people on like a chess level, bro.
Yep.
I'm excited. I'm so excited. Plus, they already showed that they like that that she enhances like the strength and shit, because we saw the fucking way that engineer was moving.
Yep. So Danny, did you get a chance to watch Alien Earth?
No, not yet.
All right.
Sorry for the spoilers.
No, it's all right, dude. Like, it just gets me more excited to hear you guys say it's a good show. You know me, heel Danny here.
It's
I don't think anything's good. I don't even think my own thing is good.
Well, that's where Lukas.
Confused about is being that this is 2 years prior to Alien, right? We saw how Ash was as a synthetic, right?
Yep.
And then Aliens come around, and we saw that Bishop was an upgrade, right? In personality and abilities and everything. The way Timothy Oliphant and the way Boy Cavalier synthetic, the bald-headed dude, his version of a synthetic was more in line with Ash, where Timothy Oliphant was more of like an upgraded synthetic, like Bishop. So I was a little confused by that, because I was like, well,
different companies.
If that's the case. Yeah, that is true. I didn't even think about that, because I was like, Timothy Oliphant had personality, man. Like, he wasn't just he was cold, but he still had personality, like Bishop.
Yep.
So Bishop was cold, but still had personality. Where Ash had no personality. He was just an evil motherfucker. He was just pure evil. And that's how the bald-headed dude was. Like, you know, so I was just confused by Timothy Oliphant's portrayal, but I loved it at the same time.
Yep.
So, well, so the bald-headed guy did have personality. From the beginning, the bald-headed synthetic was supposed to be the Boy Cavalier's way to intimidate his father and then get rid of his father and then to make himself more powerful. So basically, he just gave him the personality of someone that would basically use whatever means necessary to get what his creator needs done.
Yeah, and so he was like Ash.
And it's so interesting to think, and like even with Boy Cavalier's backstory with like his abusive father and all that shit, and even when Marcy like calls it out right at the end, like, you know, you're not the victim in that story. Unfortunately, you ended up just like him.
Sad little man. That's what she called him, a sad little man.
I love that fucking bit, and he smiles at that. That motherfucker is crazy.
He looked at him, he smiled, he was like, "You gonna let her talk to me like that?" And the bald-headed dude just looked at him like, "What do you want me to do about it?"
She is quite literally controlling me, like, sir.
He's the most cocky motherfucker on the planet, and I love it and I hate it at the same time.
Well, his death is going to be epic when it happens.
That scene with Utani where he just had his bare feet.
Oh my god!
I was like the balls on this dude, man.
It's so it's so crazy how the power dynamic in that interview / agreement meeting just
so tough until you
changed.
eat a fist.
No, I just gotta say everybody did their thing in the show.
Oh, yeah.
All the actors just did a phenomenal job, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Rest in peace, Isaac. He didn't deserve to go out like that. He didn't deserve that.
That was fucked up.
That was so fucked.
That was
fuck
really
the eyeball monster for that. I ain't with all that nonsense.
Danny,
Isaac was one of my favorites.
The one thing that we talked about and you'll appreciate is this is a show where it's so well acted that even the antagonists, you're like, damn, everybody just hits it out of the park, and you don't want to see anything kind of negative happen to anybody. But it's going to be pretty epic to see Boy Genius get as this. Yeah,
I love that. I love that.
These people feel like people you would meet in real life. I will say every single person in this show, obviously, other than the full synthetics, and even some of the full synthetics in this show, you would probably meet someone that talks like that, or you'd meet someone who acts like that. And that's why I think it's so cool, because these are all such 3-dimensional characters instead of being written like, oh, Boy Cavalier, he's just the bad guy. But no, he's the bad guy, but realistically, he's making a lot of advances for the world.
Yeah, he got a reason why he's like.
Yeah, but he's still a bad guy.
He's still a bad guy. He's still a bad guy. But he's also a real big reason of why the world is at where it's at now, at least.
I think we get a Predator cameo in this so we can have somebody help him find a spine. We got to see if he has it, right? So the Predator would be the best at that. I think that's where we get a cameo from the Predator. He's trying to clean up the streets, and then he finds his spine.
See, but
that's my thing.
The Yaosha don't kill unarmed civilians. It's not. It doesn't work.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it's in their code. At least they're not supposed to.
It's. I'm just excited. I was about to say, I'm just excited to see it, guys. I mean, Dave knows I'm a big advocate on things need to be acted well, shot well. Even the script, man. A lot of the TV shows and movies that are coming out are bombing like crazy. And it's all because we know about the theater prices being way too high, but two, it's nothing. It's nothing enticing enough for someone to go to a theater for.
Yeah.
So it's like Tron's numbers came out, and apparently it bombed this weekend.
It did
really? Wow.
Yeah.
Worse than Morbius.
I have a meme for that.
Worse than Morbius.
Yep, worse than Morbius, dude. And then on top of that,
one hurts.
Allegedly, Warner Brothers is selling, and allegedly James Gunn's going to be out of the DCU if they sell. Allegedly, according to that article that I read, which I'm not opposed to that. I'm happy with that after seeing that shit Superman. So, and then also with streaming, man, obviously TV shows are where it's at, but when it comes to it doesn't pay the actors well, and this is why SAG gets involved and all this other jazz, and it's just a lot of intertwined stuff, man. So just to hear you guys really enjoy it and say it's a good show, it's like a breath of fresh air for me. So
well, let's go ahead. Let's kind of navigate to the Warner Brothers topic. Like James Gunn, right? We'll close on talking about James Gunn and Warner Brothers. James Gunn has already started backtracking a couple weeks ago about his plans. And he's like, well, we're not really going to do the non-famous characters or the non-known characters anymore. We're going to focus on some of the major characters and stuff like that. So he already knows something's up, or somebody's already come to him and said, look, we don't want all of these Sergeant Rocks. We don't want the commandos, creature commandos. We don't want that stuff. We want Superman. We want Batman. We want the big players out there. So he's already backtracking. And I think we had the over under 5 films, right? Hey, is he going to make 5 films? And I think all of us, when we talked about it, is we didn't think he was going to make 5 films before he was getting the boot. And sadly, it seems like that's going to be the thing.
I mean, superhero films are just out, bro. I've been saying this for years. Dave's been saying this. You know what I mean? You heard me say it on this podcast many a times. Is that it's not superhero fatigue? It's more of these bullshit movie fatigues, and it's not just harming. It's not just harming the superhero genre, it's harming all movies right now. So it's one of those things that we got to get away from the fucking ideologies and all this other bullshit and just bring it back to entertaining. And also, we got to start bringing prices down somehow. If not, people are like, "I'll wait for it till it comes out in stream."
Yep.
Yeah,
we got to get away from the establishing a universe, because that's the killer. Because nobody wants homework to watch these movies.
Absolutely. I've been saying it, Dave. You heard me say this on this podcast many a times. We need a solo movie or a trilogy and leave it alone. You don't need, you know what I mean? And then you can do one-off stories. I mean, a Hulk versus Wolverine movie right now would kill. Especially after the success of Deadpool and Wolverine, a Hulk versus Wolverine movie would kill right
the
now.
brown suit, man.
Or even Thor versus Hulk right now, like that, because there were two separate movies, that were cartoon movies, and obviously they fought in the comics and stuff. Dude, you can just do that, and people will be happy. Like you said, no one wants to do homework. No one wants to remember 20 years of freaking films and TV shows just to get to where we are today.
If James Gunn was smart, based off of what y'all are saying right now, what he should do is flip the universe on its head, come out with a live action Injustice film, and that would crush it all right there.
I mean, Snyder was already doing that.
Origin films, huh?
Snyder was already doing that, and they're gonna just say he's biting off of Snyder.
He didn't get to finish though. So if Gunn did Injustice right and not even reinvent the wheel, just do what the two games did and do what the comic did, and do 2 films of that. That's all you need, just 2 films, part 1 and part 2.
He's under fire right now because I guess the season finale of Peacemaker that he hyped up to be
apparently the season finale of Peacemaker disappointed some people. I was very happy.
The only good thing about that episode was
the first like 60 minutes or however many minutes of it before the end.
I always butcher her name, but Waller's daughter. Scenes and like she steals the whole episode. Like she steals the whole episode with her scenes. And then Harvey and Peacemaker's scene were pretty good, but the rest of it was just like you get pissed off with Rick Flag. Like you just like James Gunn kind of ruined Rick Flag for me. He really did this episode. He ruined Flag Senior for me in this episode. So I'm like, fuck, man.
Oh, they're talking.
You take an awesome character and then that's it.
I mean, Creature Commandos, honestly, Creature Commandos I did thoroughly enjoy. I liked it. I liked all the twists and turns and stuff like that. But again, no one's, if you want to be honest, it's a great show. But if compare it to any DC movies, animated movies that came out, doesn't even compare, bro. The DC animated movies are on another level. You know? So, but I say smart move is either you do one of two things. You bring Zack Snyder back to finish his Injustice arc, and that's it, right? Or you actually get a real Flashpoint Paradox movie, and that's how you reset the timeline. And that is it.
I think if anything, they should have started with that. I think that's what the Flash movie should have been.
It's trying to be. It
should have been a true to form Flashpoint, because they could have started this whole universe, and they already kind of did, because they gave Superman the new 52 suit. So it's one of those things. Well, new 52 suit plus trunks. But like it's they basically did the Flashpoint starting the new 52, and now James Gunn's universe is kind of the new 52 in only in like spirit, I'll say. But the Flash movie was shit. I'm not going to defend that movie. I think Superman was really good. I liked it way more than Fantastic Four, and I think Fantastic Four was even still pretty fucking good. But and then Peacemaker season 2, I loved it beginning to end. I can't lie. That show has such amazing, just like emotional storytelling that it like at points it hurts to watch, and and John Cena does a fucking phenomenal job throughout the entire fucking show. That's another like solid, like I'd say 8.5 show for me. It's just it's to me, it's well written. I like the story. I like where they went with the story. I like the ending a lot. I think I've not, it's not what I expected, but honestly, I expected him to try and lead into a season 3 of Peacemaker, or even a different project with Peacemaker season 2. So it was one of those things I kind of expected something to lead into something at the end. And Salvation Run, I haven't read the fucking comic. I don't care. I don't think he's doing exactly what that story was. I think he's using the name to do something that he wants to do. And I'm kind of here for it. I can't lie. I really fucking love Superman. I have my issues with it.
Reboot. It's just like he's doing the broken family thing again.
That might go how that goes. If it does, if I watch it, I watch it. But fucking I like the way his DC universe is heading. I think what we need more of is definitely like, God damn it, we need to have a Batman in this universe. Batman is like the anchor being of the entire DC universe. There's no perceivable DC without Batman. And
yes,
if he directs it, I don't think that he could do a true to form Batman film. I haven't seen him do something that's like actually serious. Not without Batmite. But like I haven't seen him do like a serious film yet, other than like Brightburn to a certain extent. Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, it's gonna be trash.
There's James Gunn makes a very specific kind of movie, and I don't think we need a James Gunn Batman movie. I think we need a Batman.
We don't need a James Gunn Superman either.
Yeah,
I like James Gunn Superman though. I think he wrote that character really well.
Bro. No, it's bad. It's bad. And then on top of that, to be honest, if we're gonna do all this shit, no, like, how are you gonna ruin? Spoiler alert for anyone that didn't see Superman. You got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anyway, the way they ruined Supergirl was ridiculous. She's a fucking drunk. Dude. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
No. That he did get right, because there's a story arc of Kara who was like just
that nobody likes,
dealing with that PTSD.
But nobody likes.
So here's what I say all the time: it's not about the diehard fan; it's about the casual fan. The casual fan is what brings you money, not the diehard fans. So
the only thing he got right about Superman was Lex. Nicholas. That's the one thing I will say. Nicholas Hoult knocked it out of the park.
He was good.
He's not my favorite Lex. He's not my favorite.
He crumbles. He crumbles by the end. He makes a lot of stupid mistakes by the end.
I don't know, man. I wasn't a fan. I think better without him, to be honest.
I think he had probably one of the better like comeuppances of like superhero movies at the end of that movie. I think Superman wrapped up a good like Lex Luthor character arc to show like he tried so hard, and even though he tried so hard to bring down this pure, pretty much like pure being, like innocent dude, and he still failed, and he doesn't understand why he failed, and that's the biggest point. He doesn't understand it because he's not that in tune with his humanity.
Dude,
Superman being an alien is more human than Lex Luthor in that movie, and that is a good story, I think.
No, they did it better in the comic, and that's the only thing that I had a disagreement with the Man of Steel, because I think Henry Cavill was a perfect portrayal of Superman. But the one thing that I hated that they did to him, that I was like, no, it's a pivotal moment. And like Marcus said, yeah, it's in a comic, but we got to think of what's popular in the comics and how those popular comics are very similar to the other comics in the character, right? Like, if we want to be honest with you, when Falcon became Captain America, did it happen in the comics? Yes. Did it sell well? No. Bucky becoming Captain sold better than Falcon, right? So there's a lot of stuff like that we can say yes or no. But the only thing that I really wish they kept in Man of Steel is how his father dies. His father dying is a pivotal moment in the entire any type of comic, is because he dies of a heart attack. As godlike as Superman is, he can't save his dad. That is brutal, and it's pivotal to his story.
I think the whole problem with everything, and I just had this conversation with my daughter when we're talking about the spin-offs and MCU and stuff like that, is James Gunn hit with Guardians, and everybody's like perked up. It's like, shit, Guardians hit? That means we can do with all these other side characters. No, you got lucky once. You're not going to continue to get that luck again, because like Danny, like you're saying, and like I told my daughter too, is like these characters in the comics, they were cool. Some of them were cool, but they all just flopped. Like, you don't have an ongoing Moon Knight comic book series. Like, it eventually falters off, and then they cancel it. Same thing, like, Captain America. We all love Captain America on the screen. He did good, but the comics don't do well. Like, Submariner doesn't do well. Like, all of these characters do not do well in the comics. So that doesn't mean they should come to the big screen. And sometimes
you just have to do it right.
Top guy in comic books for the MCU.
Well, you have to do it right. The thing is, James Gunn's style, as Dave, you're saying, works for characters that are not established.
Yep.
It works very well for characters not established, because then you can make it kind of your own and make them likable and all this other jazz where they were not in the comics. Awesome. But then
you can't keep repeating the formula, because then it gets stale very quickly.
Correct. It's just you have to figure out a different way to do these things, and it's just you have to do it right, and it's hard. I mean, the fact that Chris Evans did a really good job as Captain America and bringing him to life, but if you want me to be honest, Captain America 1 is one of the worst of the original lineup. You know what I mean? It's super slow. It's super dumb. Dude.
Thor.
Dude, Thor 1 was better. Thor 2 was terrible. But and obviously more Thor's movies. But if you really think about it, it wasn't until Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier was incredible, right? Yep. And then Civil War for Captain America is not really even a Captain America movie, right? It's an Avengers movie. You know what I mean? It was incredible. It's just, I don't think people see it, man. You gotta pick the right people and the right choices to make things happen, because, like Dave said, you can't just do the casual fans, because it won't work. You can't just do the diehard fans, because it won't work. You need to encompass everybody to come in to enjoy it.
Yeah, so that's what CG is going on. It says 90% of people don't know what they want. That's why there's fans and creators, writers, and directors. But DC characters are amazing and great stories. Plastic Man, Cyborg.
This corner right here. Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's true. Thank you, buddy.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm in an Uber, guys. Sorry about that. What I'm saying is that when it comes to these things, man, is that CG is right. People don't know what they want, but it's not only that. Is just how are you going to hire people that are not credible, right? Like, we hire people to do these new Star Wars. They never seen Star Wars in a day in their life. Or, hey, they hate Marvel because they want it to be this way and this politics, and it's just like it just doesn't work, dude.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You got to get credible people to do it, man. You got to know people that have the source material, honor the source material, yada yada, etc.
That brings us back to what we were talking about with Alien. Go ahead.
My take on gun running things, and when y'all brought up Batman being the anchor being of DC, is he kind of painted himself into a corner when he said that Rob Pattinson's Batman isn't going to be the main Batman.
Yeah, no, he fucked himself over on that one.
So having one that's going to confuse all the casual goers, you know what I mean? Us as comic fans know that it's Elseworld, but that's just dumb, dude. When you got a movie that a lot of people, one, didn't expect was going to be as great as it was. Two, didn't expect Rob Pattinson to knock it out the park.
It definitely could have ended a couple minutes a little bit earlier than
you know what I mean. Like, one,
I don't know. I think that movie's great.
It exceeded expectations. You know what I mean? And so
I really like the film.
Like, why not capitalize on that instead of bringing in a totally different actor and a different tone? You know what I mean? Like,
we're gonna talk.
Kind of accustomed to Batman being dark. Not the happy-go-lucky Adam West Batman anymore. So don't bring in that Guardians feel.
Shark repellent.
Yeah, and that's what that's a lot of the reason why I say I don't want James Gunn to direct a Batman movie, and I hope that he's not, if that's the plan. That would make me a little upset, but I don't know. I think at the end of the day, the only way these movies are going to get made, like if we really wanted to do an Injustice story and the casual fan goes to see that, that is what is going to be the main representation of that character for those casual fans. So if they see an evil Superman, oh, Superman's evil. What an asshole. And that's all they know about Superman. That's not what Superman is. Superman is a kind and gentle motherfucker in any comic book that you read. any comic book. Maybe a little bit, he was a little harsher when he came back from the dead, but every single comic book, they show you the humanity and the heart of Superman. And it's not because he's some stoic, like godlike being. It's because he, at his core, is a human being that was raised by human parents. He loves his parents from Krypton. And that's a big reason of why I that's my biggest issue with James Gunn's Superman's movie, is that they made Krypton like villains. And I don't like that. That's a really big change, especially to shove in the first fucking movie. And that's what brought down the experience a lot for me. But then
I think the sequel,
as that movie builds up, and you see Clark Kent and Superman grow to overcome that evil, and I'm not super into the idea of Krypton being bad people, but you see Superman choose to be human over everything else. You see all of this scrutiny and shit thrown at him left and right, and he still chooses to be a good person. He still chooses to do good, and that's what Superman is. Like, that's what Superman has always been. Like, and with him not caring about like the borders and going to save a different country and shit like that, I don't think that was agenda. I think that's exactly what Superman would have done. In the comic. It was well explained. Exactly what he should do. That's why I love the Superman movie so much. Even if it's not a perfect movie, it showcases what Superman should be. He should be a shining light for people to look up at and be like, damn, Superman is doing all of this just to help people. I should try and help people, and I should try and be a good person in that example. And that's what Superman's always been. He's always been the example for other heroes, regular citizens. It just want to do good. And it's not, I don't think that James Gunn miffed it on his character. I really don't. I think we should have seen more of him. I think we should have seen far more Clark Kent.
It didn't feel like
any other character. It felt like a Justice Gang movie, and I wasn't into that aspect either. But what we did see of Clark Kent and Superman, I fucking loved to bits, because it just spoke to me on such a level that was like before unattainable. Like, when I saw Iron Man, that movie speaks to you at a certain point. It's the beginning of the MCU. And then you see Captain America, and you see his idealism, and you see how good of a person Captain America is, and why he was the right choice to be Captain America. And then you see, Thor and all of the troubles that he's going with being basically like a bratty teenager, and you see him become a man in his movie. And then with fucking the Avengers, you see them all come together. What James Gunn needs to focus on, if he's going to be making these movies, is he needs to be building these characters to be what they should be. They should be like the Flash. He should be a quick talking, quick thinking, kind of a prick sometimes, but he should be like a good dude at the heart of it. And the Flash movie did not show that at all. And James Gunn greenlit that movie. I'm not happy with him. I'm not happy with it for that. And he kept on saying it was so good, and I watched it, and it was shitty. It was not a good movie. But like he needs to fully understand, like, with Superman, we do not want to get introduced to Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, fucking Mr. Terrific, fucking Maxwell Lord. We don't want to meet Jimmy we want to meet Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane, and all the people.
Jimmy Olsen.
That's not everybody from the Daily Planet can fucking stay. But every other character in that movie that does not serve Superman's plot in that movie needs to go. To go. I'm fine with Metamorpho staying in, because that is a clear-cut example of Superman inspiring another person.
Metamorpho was cracked in this movie.
So, CG makes a good point. We'll kind of talk about this and kind of end on it since we're over 2 hours. But let me find it now, because we're scrolling up here. Having two Batmans just hurt sales, because you will have two Batman movies competing against each other. So.
That's what I was going to say. It's going to hurt Batman if they make
comparison is going to kill it even further. Comparison is going to kill it even further.
Exactly. Here is the biggest fumbles in two film studios that we're going to talk about for years and years to come. Batman drops, it makes $1 billion. That is your focal point to build DC around, because Batman is always going to be more popular than Superman. That you have Batman,
I
the
will say
Batman
number
drop.
one comic book character in sales is still Superman, not Batman.
Yeah,
Superman's
comic
really
is fine. We're talking big screen. We're talking big screen. The Batman's always going to generate people for DC more than Superman because
Yeah,
Superman has
Batman's the
failed
number
every
one
single
movie.
time.
Rule of
Yeah,
cool.
Batman is the number one movie character for DC.
Exactly.
I mean, look at the animated movies. Even the animated movies, Batman animated movies are fucking fire, dude.
That's the only reason the new DC animated universe stayed afloat for so long, because they just kept releasing Batman movies.
As soon as the Batman drops and is as successful as it is, you write everything around the Batman. That's you build a universe off of that.
And that doesn't limit you to like everything has to be dark and gritty. Like you can still have a lighthearted Superman movie. You just have to like
this was year
make
two
sure
Batman too. Like
you have to make sure that the audience understands the connection while also keeping them separate, because that's what makes the comics so good. Because obviously every Batman comic, you're not seeing Superman fly in to be like, oh, let me help you, Batman. No, like Batman usually handles his problems alone, and that's a big part of his character until he gets a sidekick, and then more sidekicks, and then the Bat family.
Yep.
But
I did want to comment on Lucas saying about Clark's parents, though. My theory on that is James Gunn may have jumped the gun of telling that story, because I think he's borrowing from My Adventures with Superman.
Where I think so, because that
Brainiac, hypnotized Supes and made
that got really popular.
That was such a good arc in the season 2 that I think, because now they're bringing Kara in, and the rumor is Brainiac is going to be the villain in her movie. That's why he did that with Clark's parents.
I also
it was like an early Easter egg to Brainiac. So.
I've been hearing rumors that Brainiac might be the villain of the Man of Tomorrow movie, which with Lex Luthor and Superman together. I'm kind of intrigued to see that. I am super up for that. I am super up to see a Lex Luthor Superman buddy cop movie.
I think lead into Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah, well, that needs to go into production before Supergirl bombs, because the Supergirl bombs and that is not in production. It's done.
Yeah,
I think they're going to production in January. I think.
Yeah,
I am fully into the Party Girl Supergirl. I think
I think it's more a depression thing.
Yeah, no, and like
it's her home planet destroyed.
Yeah,
all right.
Like to a certain extent, it has some hold on it. But
all right, so let's close out the DC conversation so we can wrap up. But another I want to go back to Danny's point, and then we can really close out on this. So Danny's point is like people are going to the theaters and looking for quality and stuff like that. The shift is going to happen, is already happening, because Universal has already told the Fast and Furious franchises, like, we're not doing this shit no more. You're not getting $200 to make a movie. Yep, it's like, figure it out, pull it back, stop putting all these different characters in there and all these superstars and stuff like that in there. The budget's too high. We're not getting the return. So I think the trend is that we're seeing with all of these big movies that are getting big budgets, superheroes, action films, everything. The studio's like, it's enough is enough. We're not seeing the return anymore. People are not interested in those big blockbusters anymore. It's time to get back to our roots. So I think that's what we're going to start to see. And we don't even know if we're going to get another Fast and Furious franchise movie now, because they have to scale it back so much that, like, you have to either take characters out, you have to change the stories out, and now it's not going to fit the timeline anymore because you have a kid introduced. Once you introduce a kid and he's an important part of the story now, and you have a huge gap like we're going to have here, things are going to fall apart.
And they at one point said they wanted to team up with Jurassic World, but you know how that went.
I've watched 1, 2, and I think Tokyo Drift is 1,
2, and 3. That's the first 3.
I've watched 1, 2, and 3, and that's
their season of The Witch.
Well, you know what though? I'm not gonna lie to you. As shitty as a movie it was, it did have the best racing aspect.
Which one? Tokyo Drift?
Yeah.
That movie was sick as fuck.
But
I couldn't get through one, man. I couldn't even finish.
Dude, it was just ass.
One gave me the same kind of gay vibes that Top Gun gave me.
Well, one's a remake. I don't know if you guys all know this. We'll close this out and start some controversy. One's a remake of Point Break. It's the same damn story, just with cars. It's the same exact movie.
It is.
Don't make me watch The Furious again. I don't want to watch it again.
You're gonna make me watch.
Don't.
Make
Watch
me watch
Point
Point Break again. I'll
You're
do
gonna
it.
make me watch Point Break after all these years. This fucking guy.
Yeah, it's Point Break with cars.
They outright said that Cohen, one of the
They
Coen
got the
brothers,
surfboards.
the first one, said that. Yeah.
It's no Citizen Kane.
That's funny.
Yeah. So, all right, folks. Thank you for joining us for this episode here. Thank you for watching the short film Mirror Mirror. It's available on Chris Cox's YouTube channel. So if you want to watch it without us on the side, you can go ahead and do that. And don't forget, In the Search of Darkness, link is in our description. It's in the comments as well. Go and support them. It's a sponsor for us. Gives us a little kickback to buy better equipment and stuff like that. And we'll talk to you all soon. Have a good one.
Yeah. And everybody that was still here listening to the comic book talk, thank you. I love comic books so much. They're so good when they're good.